Hi there, I'm Michael Giblin with Fiddlershop.com, and this is a tutorial on the viola part for our 2023 Fiddlerman Christmas group project. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I'm going to play through it, the viola part for you, and then talk about some of the things we need to know. Alright, so just some basic housekeeping things before we get started is that all the sheet music and the click track and the uploading instructions, they're all going to be in this link that's in the description box, so click there to get started. And we're going to all tune to A440 to get started and try to observe the bowings just for a style guide, but if you change the bowings accidentally, it's not a big deal. Don't re-record your video just because of a bowing issue. And also some festive colors are encouraged, like this fine number that only gets used once a year. But, you know, something a little more visually interesting. And when you record, try to record in landscape mode, not portrait mode. Maybe unless you were a cellist or a bass player, you could do that. But try to have your whole instrument and face in the picture. Don't record just your instrument, don't record just your nose or something, like don't record only your face. So try to get a little bit of space, and then do have another device with the click track in your ear so that we can line everybody up and we can all play at the same tempo. That's a big part of this. Okay, so to get into the specifics, everything in this piece is swung. The eighth notes all need to be swung. So from starting at measure 4, this is, if you play, it's probably not going to be usable because we need to think beginning to look a lot like, it's beginning to look a lot like, kind of how you would sing it. And keeping that idea going, when we sing it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, those quarter notes that are in the end of 6 and 7 all have a little bit of space or just a little bit of lift to them. It's not that they're short notes. We could, as a string player, sustain them. But we don't really sing, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. There's a little bit of space. So try to give it just a little bit of space in between those notes. Going on. I play 1 there. Generally, on a viola, depending on how big your viola is, I don't really like playing that like high 4, so I usually play a low 1. But then if I'm staying on the string, I'll try to play a 4 there, so like keep going up. But if you want to play open string, it's okay, just make sure your viola is in tune so that it's all nice. Same thing with at the end of that line at measure 13. I like to play 4-3 just to keep it on the string instead of going. It's a lot of back and forth. So that's my recommendation. Let's see, measure 18. This is I do play a 4 there. And then 1-1 there, just to kind of keep things close. Let's see, moving on in measure 22. This is a little bit of a funny, I go 1-1-2-2. Because then I'm in place for that measure. And then I play 4-0. And then, let's see, in measure 29, I think, that's all, or I was gonna say, I guess in 26, this is kind of a chance that you can bring out this, and Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school. That's kind of that's a big beefy moment. So a little bit more volume there. Moving on, things start, it looks like it's mostly the same idea a second time, like it's another verse, but this second verse is just a little different, and so it starts looking different in 28. Which we need to bring out because the melody is going, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Nothing. So there's nothing on beats 3 and 4. This is the inner voices. This is your big chance to bring out those inner voices and let people know what's going on. It's a little strange. If I was, it's okay to just play in first position. Or if you are advanced, it's a little easier in third position. But first position is just fine. I would probably just play open string if you want to do that. This is probably the trickiest part of the whole piece right here, is measures 30 and 31. So just take a quick look at that before getting started recording. How to find this. And then this is close. So that's it's a very strange voice leading line. So just make sure you look at that. In measure 44, there's no courtesy G natural written, but just note that and if this is 43, this is G natural coming up. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna put a little bit of space at the end of this whole note. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's just a cute little ending that we want to have a space, and we want it to surprise, a little ha-ha at the end. So that's the basics there. I think you can, of course, I think if you want to play as many parts as you'd like, there are 3 other parts for violas. It's basically you could play all 4 parts as a viola choir, as a viola quartet. The first viola part is, of course, the melody. The second part is more like a second violin part. And the third part is kind of the traditional viola part. So if you play with a traditional string quartet, I'd recommend playing the third viola part. Okay, we're looking forward to seeing your part, and thanks for participating. I hope this was helpful, and let us know if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you. Thanks so much.